Hey there, welcome to the Gyro Step, a Milwaukee Bucks podcast, proudly a part of the Blue Wire Podcast Network and the Gyro Step Podcast Network. I am one of your hosts, Ty Windish. I am joined as always by the prepared Rohan Kadi. Rohan, how's it going?
Doing well. If we ever start like a paid service, we just need to record our entire Zoom calls because the conversation before this was electric.
Yeah.
I will say that. But I'm doing well. You know what would make me feel even better, Ty?
What?
Is if everyone listening subscribed on their podcast platform of choice. Subscribe to our Substack, gspn.substack.com. Subscribe to the YouTube. Left a 5-star rating on your podcast platform of choice. That would make me feel even better, everyone.
All of those for sure. And get into the Discord, and I'll tell you why you extra have to in a second, in addition to a community of like-minded Bucks fans and access to our playback rooms. By the way, we're doing a playback either tomorrow or today, or we already did it as you're hearing this. Tuesday night against the Bulls will be in playback. You can watch with us if you are in the Gyro Step Discord. And another reason to get in is we did a mailbag pod just for Discord subscribers. We're going to get to in a second. A couple of things to talk about first, but Discord exclusive. So if you want us to talk about your Bucks questions or to tackle inane TikTok social media trend questions, which we have to do later, got to get in the Discord for that. But it's but YouTube, especially YouTube, because this thing keeps happening. It's sick, but also annoying. We get more views than we have subscribers. That doesn't make sense. If you're watching this video and you've never seen our YouTube before, or you haven't subscribed, take 2 seconds, totally free. I know every YouTuber does this now.
It's less than 2 seconds.
But if you crunch the numbers, you don't even have to hit the notification bell. Like, we'll live if you don't tap the bell. But please hit subscribe. It is helpful to us. Trying to secure the YouTube bag. Can't do it.
Helpful to you, too.
Yeah.
You can just find our pods all in your subscription feed as soon as they appear.
Don't miss a video. And what you can do is play the audio version on 0 volume as you watch the YouTube. Cook the books.
Exactly.
This is not officially endorsed by me.
Can I officially endorse?
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I'll officially endorse it then. Yeah, do that. But yeah, the way you can get into our Discord, we've actually made it easier. Ty made a form which allows you to, show your proof of subscription or 5-star rating and gives us a way to contact you so we can get you in there. The way you access that form is through a link tree, which is located in my Twitter, Ty's Twitter, and the Gyro Step Podcast Twitter. No excuses, everyone.
And if you're not on Twitter, it's linktr.ee/Eurostep. The G and the S are capital. I don't know if they have to be or not. We've ran into problems with this before. I think that was the bit.ly, though. I don't know if it matters. But it's linktr.ee/Eurostep.
Easy as that. And you can find the form linked in there.
Easy as cake.
Exactly. Is that saying easy as cake?
No, it's easy as pie, but I put it on its head.
Are you a pie or a cake guy?
I'm a provocateur is what I am.
Before we get I'm just going to move on. Before we get into the mailbag itself, we do have a little bit of injury things we need to talk about up front with the Bucks. Chris Middleton was listed as out for was it out or question?
Out with left wrist soreness.
Yes. I can't remember off the top of my head. Do you recall anything happening during the Timberwolves game?
No, I don't. So we're going to talk about Giannis in a second. It's not the same as that, where Giannis was clearly grabbing at his knee a little bit against the Kings, I believe, was the game before that. We had quite a few days off. But now Giannis is I spoiled the Giannis stuff. Giannis is now probable, so Giannis's knee not in too bad of a shape now. But Chris Middleton out already. So is it a rest day, or does Chris have a wrist issue, or is it a little bit of both? I mean, it sounds like I'm asking you, but I think realistically we just don't know. Obviously, you hope it's more of a rest day, and I don't think we have any.
You hope it's more Giannis knee soreness compared to Brook Lopez back soreness.
Yes. You hope it's much closer to Giannis knee soreness, which I just want to say on that. I think Giannis's knee does bother him. Like I don't think it's. I think it's more so his knee bothering him than scheduled rest. At least this last one. But Chris, you hope it's a lot closer to that than George Hill neck soreness, which also took like a month.
I love how there's like categories we can put soreness into for this Bucks team.
There's a wide spectrum.
Just great job with the injury reports. We get 1 game soreness, we get 17 game soreness, we get freaking 70 game soreness.
The 3 kinds of soreness. Yeah, but what do you think? I mean, my I don't know, instinct or my intuition, I don't think it's that serious, but again, it's hard to not be a little bit worried given the season of soreness the Bucks have had.
Yeah, I'm concerned, we'll say that. Slightly concerned because it's obviously a new injury. With Giannis in the past, we've gotten these knee sorenesses over the years. We're used to it at this point. But wrist soreness is just like it's a new thing for Chris. So that's slightly concerning. But also, I don't know. My instinct is also telling me it's not going to be super serious. And I hope I'm right on that.
Yeah, I mean, you would, and I don't know, how concerning is wrist as a body part?
Oh, when you have to dribble a basketball and shoot a basketball, very.
Yeah, but would you be more concerned about wrist or back?
Depends, realistically.
All you have is soreness. You have no more info.
Probably wrist would be less severe.
Okay, that's what I just wanted to hear something positive. That's it. I don't know what the point of that hypothetical was.
I don't know either, honestly.
Getting you ready for med school someday. This is the kind of stuff you're just going to have to know.
Yeah, that's fair off the top of my head, but I'm going to need context. Context matters.
No, not here. It doesn't.
Nothing. But let's move on to Giannis now.
Yeah.
So Giannis, like you said earlier, is going to be probable for Tuesday's game against the Bulls after missing the Timberwolves game with the aforementioned knee soreness. And we also got a little bit of insight into Giannis's last major knee injury that occurred in Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals, where we all saw the hyperextension of the left knee. We did a freak out pod. We had the doubtful episode. He came back 2 games later for Game 1 of the Finals. They won the title. Rest is history. We never even got an injury designation on that. Realistically, it's just hyperextended, which is a motion. By the way,
it was sore. I'm sure it was sore.
Yeah, it was very sore. Peak soreness for Giannis, but not Brook level soreness, obviously.
No, thankfully.
But we did get a little bit of insight into what that injury was through a great job from Sam Amick over at The Athletic. He got Giannis to do a sit down, do an interview. And he talked about that injury that he suffered. And in regards to that, he said it was torn already. It was out. The piece that protected me from an MCL or ACL tear. There's a thing in your leg that protects you when you hyperextend your knee that doesn't let you go all the way back. So that thing was torn. Yeah, that's pretty significant stuff. He also said later that if he had hyperextended it again, that was it. It was over.
But he did, I thought he said.
Yeah, he did. Like
on Jay Crowder. Yeah,
on Jay.
There's a lot in his interview that did not add up.
Yeah, exactly. Like he did. Maybe it wasn't a full hyperextension on the Jay Crowder thing.
Yeah, maybe there was just like the chance that a bad hyperextension, his knee would have been done.
Yeah, because what injury, based on what he said, again, who knows if that's actually true or not, is he suffered a torn posterior cruciate ligament, or PCL, as you can make an acronym for. Is there a verb for that?
Acronize? Acromise? No, for sure not.
Let's make it a thing.
Acronize sounds like when LeBron pulls out the just a kid from Akron. That's what that word means.
So it does sound like that. So a PCL injury is like, based on what he said, you could do a partial tear, which is a sprain, or you could just do a complete tear, which is what Giannis said he suffered. And that's a pretty serious injury. It is a very serious injury. Your knee just becomes completely destabilized. But the one thing is it doesn't usually require surgery. It's more of a physical therapy type thing, which is why we did not see in the offseason anything about Giannis getting knee surgery to fix the ligament, because it's like, if you have a PCL tear, surgery isn't really going to fix it because your knee becomes unstable during that process and you don't want to further destabilize it. You're just going to let it heal through physical therapy. And that's why in that article, Giannis mentioned stuff about like wearing a brace because that's about stabilizing his knee. He did not wear that brace, spoiler.
That didn't make any sense to me, that he didn't wear the brace.
Why?
Would the brace have slowed him down?
Potentially. He probably didn't like the way it felt.
His reasoning was insane. He was like, I don't want to show.
Giannis is insane.
It didn't make any sense. None of the interview made sense. It was the most nonsensical. Like, first off, the points totals he got wrong at every single turn was incredible. Every time he talked about Chris or Drew scoring an amount was off by like 10, at least once. That Chris had 30, Drew had 30, Bobby had 30, Brooke had 60, and Amick, bless his heart, had to keep putting in like parentheses, like Bobby had 22, Brooke had whatever, Chris had 25. Like, Giannis's memory of something that happened. And we do this too, but I guess Giannis is also a Bucks fan who's just like, yeah, Chris had, 35, and he didn't. But yeah, like I wasn't gonna wear the brace. They wanted me to wear the brace. They made a brace. I said no, I won't.
They made a custom brace for me, though, specifically designed for you. I'm like, nah.
They said it worked perfectly for Tim Duncan, another Bucks Spurs thing. The Bucks emulating the Spurs at every turn. But Giannis is not Tim Duncan because he refused to wear the brace. Obviously, Giannis needed athleticism a little bit more than Timmy did. I was gonna say late in his career, but really at any time. But regardless, Giannis did not wear the brace.
No, he did not, and the rest is history. The Bucks got a ring, but it's a great article. It's more than just the injuries in there. Make sure you go check it out.
Absolutely.
Over at The Athletic by Sam Amick, just to reiterate.
There's another great athletic article today about Urban Meyer.
Oh my God.
I don't want to get too deep. There's obviously a lot to unpack there, but do you know this charlatan was calling people up and asking about players and like, hey, is this guy going to be a problem? You want to know who he asked this about? Aaron Donald. Could you imagine if I was coach of the Bucks and there's about to be a playoff series versus the Nets? Hey, this Kevin Durant guy, is this someone I should be worried about, or I can't tell. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, it's really shocking that it didn't work out in Jacksonville.
What a joke! What an absolute joke!
A bad person.
He's terrible.
There's a lot of things in there.
The low-key best part is he's going position group to position group to explain away the videos from the bar after that loss. We all know the videos. And he's like, it was nothing. She was trying to get me to dance, and I wouldn't do it. And then the second video that clearly showed a lot happening on that dance floor comes out like between his trips from position group to position group. Like, absolute charlatan.
Just bad, dude.
Another reason to be happy to be basking in Bud's light.
Yeah, you can end up with some bad coaches. We'll say that. Bucks know that well.
Yeah, they sure do, brother. Okay, the mailbag. Should we get right into it?
Yeah, let's do it.
We have a range of questions. I'm excited to tackle them all. Again, Discord exclusive mailbag. So get into the Gyro Step Discord hastily. But first question, we're going in chronological order here, from Joe. It's a good one. What former Buck? It's got to be former. I think probably current Buck, it would just be Giannis with Dinosaurs. But what former Buck?
For sure.
Yeah. What former Buck is your ultimate target for an interview?
Ooh, I'll let you go first.
I mean, listen, we really want Marcus Johnson on the show. I think that goes without saying. Also, he's kind of a current Buck, though. He's kind of working for the Bucks, so in some senses. I think, though, I'm just going to be boring and just say Kareem, because there's just so much you could talk about with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And I think especially if we got him now-ish as Giannis goes to break the record, I would love his insight on if that means anything to me or to him, what he thinks about Giannis, everything else. So I'll be boring.
That's a good serious answer. What's your fun answer?
Well, we already did it. We got JOB already, so that would be.
That's true.
Otherwise,
that's a serious one too.
Brandon Knight.
That's
Ersan. We were so close with Ersan.
We were.
He might
sign with Utah.
Who knows how long he'll be a former Buck though? So.
That's true. If this Tyreek Evans thing doesn't work out.
Yeah. Otherwise, Dirk Nowitzki would be fun. There's a less serious answer.
That's true. I was gonna say OJ Mayo.
Oh, that'd be electric.
That'd be incredible.
Yeah, Uncle Juice.
So how'd you fall down those stairs, man?
Oh God. Well, OJ Mayo just declined our request.
I'm kidding, so. OJ. I love you. No, OJ would be incredible. Kareem would be a great answer as well. What are other good serious answers? Can we count Jim Paschke?
That'd be a good one.
Yeah, Jim Paschke. Maybe Johnny Mack.
Johnny Mack would be fun. It was fun listening to him talk about the Mack Fund on that game broadcast this year.
Yeah.
Sidney Moncrief would be a lot of fun.
Oh my goodness, dunk shots for days.
Dunk shots, baby.
Only OGs remember dunk shots.
Couple stops, couple threes. That's the Johnny Mack interview. We'd have to call the pod that if we ever get him on.
That's for sure. What? I don't know. I think those are my good serious answers.
I would love to talk to. Yeah, obviously, any of the first big three. I think would be really fun as well.
Oh, for sure.
Oscar or
Ray Allen would be.
Ray
fantastic.
Allen. I can't believe we took that long to say Ray Allen. Yeah.
Yeah, Michael Redd. He was a part of the championship celebration.
Yeah, Brandon Jennings.
Yeah, Brandon Jennings is a current Buck.
That's true. He's our Drake.
I don't know how that happens, but I'm glad it did.
We're here.
We are here. He designed the rings.
He's a very quotable guy. That's how that happened.
Yeah, you got time to shine on that quote. Yeah,
my hand with holding an iPhone is in some of the shots, I think, of the video there.
Yeah. Okay, should we move on to the next question?
Yeah, I think we've said every Buck ever at this point, so we can probably move on now.
Yeah, this one's from New Mock.
Yeah.
We know that the Bucks are contenders when healthy, but what are some of the ways you could see the Bucks losing this postseason, and what they should do to combat it, i.e. getting out rebounded, not scoring enough, etc. Also, doors or wheels is my second question.
I've been going so long, purposefully not trying to have a take on doors or wheels.
Let's tackle the first one first.
Okay. Also, AJ Uplinder also asked doors or wheels. He got beat to the punch. I just want to give him credit for also asking this terrible question before I forget.
Doors or windows is another one.
You just said let's do the real question, then we can talk.
That's true.
No, I'm not doing doors or windows. You don't get to ask a question. You didn't put it in chat in time, and I'm not. Injuries are the first thing. I'm just going to power through.
So the Bucks are contenders when healthy.
Injuries are the first thing, but that won't be my answer because he did specify when healthy. So I feel like that's not the answer Newmark is looking for. So from a purely like on-court basketball perspective, what are some of the ways they could lose this postseason? So
defensive breakdowns for me.
See, I'm saying turnovers and just being sloppy with the ball. I think that's killed them so often. And I think it's related because I think it really feeds into their bad defense lately. They've just not been a good defensive team or a great defensive team this season. But I have more faith that they'll lock in defensively in the playoffs than I do that they'll take care of the ball. And I think Drew and Chris are probably the biggest offenders.
See, I actually have the opposite confidence. I feel like they'll tighten it up when it comes down to it, but I still feel like their defense could leak a little bit when it comes playoff time, because you're not going to see Drew and Chris like those are the primary offenders turnover wise, right? Like those two, I feel like are going to turn it on in the playoffs in terms of ball security. Everything is going to be more concrete. Everything is going to be like more direct. There's going to be more purpose to every single possession. So I feel like the turnovers will be sort of minimized, but the defense is what scares me a little bit. We're starting to see it leak. We've been seeing it leak all season. But even with Brook back, we're seeing a lot of holes. We're seeing fouls that we're not used to seeing. It's the defense that worries me. It's not even the offense. The offense I have confidence in for some reason, and I don't know why. This is a false sense of security I'm luring myself into, but I'm confident in the offense. It's the defense that scares me.
It is funny because we do look at the Bucks as they haven't been this year, but generally as a defensively minded team. And they have so much strong personnel on that end. And I don't think playing without Brook is enough of an excuse for them to have some of the and now that he's playing again, but obviously when he was out, for them to have some of the bad defensive games that they had in 2022, basically. It's going to be really interesting to see like that first playoff series. Like, do they just flip the switch right away? I kind of think they do. I kind of think they will. I think we'll see less minutes for Grayson and Bobby. Just intrinsically and more minutes for just guys who play lockdown defense. But it's going to be fascinating. I do think, if they can't rely on getting stops, that is a huge liability. So I like that answer as well. I just looked like Chris's turnovers per 36 basically identical regular season to playoffs last year. So I don't know if it's I don't know. It just lately has felt like such an issue. The team, not just those two, like the team has just thrown some awful passes. Like that game against the Timberwolves, they threw interception on interception on interception. Like it was honestly kind of breathtaking how bad it was. So it's probably more of a prisoner of the moment answer. I think their defense being leaky all season is probably the better answer.
I mean, I'll take it. I'll take that being the better answer.
There you go. Doors or wheels?
Doors or wheels? See, I was actually thinking about this last night.
Oh, God.
And I still don't have a good answer.
It depends on definitions. Is a doorknob a wheel?
No.
People are arguing online.
Why would a doorknob be a wheel?
It's circular and it turns. I don't know.
That's not what a wheel is.
So
here's the thing. Does like a kitchen cabinet door count?
People are saying, streets say yes.
Streets say yes, so it's doors.
I leaned doors, and then the wheel thing had me shook.
What wheel thing?
The doorknob. Like every is a gear a wheel? Somebody put that.
Oh, that's true.
How do I know? How should I know? Every watch has 40 wheels. It just got stupid.
Gears are not wheels.
What if there's a little peg in the middle? No, because they turn each other. They don't turn independently.
Yeah, plus they're not fully circular. They have notches.
Well, I think there could be a notched wheel.
What?
I don't know.
Nah, I'm saying doors. I'm saying it's doors. If we're wrong, tweet that.
I'm saying wheels just for good podcast content. I'm gonna go wheels. I'm just gonna include everything that's a circle as a wheel, basically. I got 2 wheels on right here.
He's messing with his headphones for people not watching.
My over ears are a couple of wheels.
I think it's doors. I think it's pretty comfortably doors.
So every Hot Wheels that the doors don't open but the wheels spin, that's 4 for me.
That's true. But
if it's a little car and the doors do open, then those do count as doors.
Yeah, and think about how many doors are inside.
There's a lot of doors inside. I'll give you that, but think about the factories,
like a cabinet, a fridge door.
The factories that make doors have wheels. And the factories that make wheels have doors.
The factories are on wheels?
No, but there's wheels in them. There's forklifts.
Yeah, but there's still doors too.
I think
it's doors.
I think it's wheels.
Also, who thought of this? This is stupid.
Dude, it all comes from TikTok. People on there have so much time. I'm so envious.
It's ridiculous. I don't understand. Like who's out there pondering? Wonder what there's more of, doors or wheels?
High thoughts, man.
I don't get it.
Yeah. That's the most hits blunt question I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, now it's just taken over. We're talking about Milwaukee Bucks basketball.
No one of sound, sober mind came up with that question. That's all I'm going to say.
No, not a chance. Not a chance.
Okay.
Let's go to the next question. This is from AJ. How good is this Bucks roster without Giannis? How many wins would they get in an 82-game season? I'm sure this was a result of the Timberwolves game.
Didn't look good.
Did not look good. But we've also seen games without Giannis where they look really good.
Yeah, I'm trying to look around the East and see who would I compare them to. It's pretty tough. This has also been such a weird year.
Celtics? No,
Celtics. I think the Celtics are they're definitely better than the Bucks would be without. The Celtics might finish this season above the Bucks with Giannis. So I think that's
regular season.
Well, yeah.
The Bulls?
Maybe.
Chris is DeMar. Levine is Drew.
It depends. Do we get a different Chris if Giannis doesn't play? Does he try harder? If more offense runs through him?
No, we've seen it in the past.
Yeah. So then
look at the Timberwolves game. We get the same Chris no matter what.
So I honestly, I think it would be around the Raptors. That reminds me a little bit of the Raptors. Team? I think the Raptors, Siakam and I guess Fred and OG. The Raptors, you could argue, may even have more top-end talent in that scenario, especially if Brook misses time. I think the Bucks have better depth, though. So I think somewhere around there.
So they'd be Above 500?
They'd be the top end of the play-in.
So like 45 win team?
Yeah, I think that sounds right.
Team,
I think that
40
sounds right. I think they'd be above 500. I think they'd be between like 40, 42 and 46 wins. They're still pretty deep. I mean, it depends. If like, is it this
Giannis
season?
Only give you like 5 wins? I'm kidding.
Well, I was just gonna say, is it this year where Brooke doesn't play at all and Drew is out and Chris? If it's like that, then they're where the Hawks are, probably 35 and 36 or worse. But if most of the rest of the team is healthy, I think they're like a fun, like maybe they get to the second round team.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's a good place to put them. They're middle of the pack team.
I think Chris and Drew have a ton of offense going through them. Grayson probably looks great on that team.
Grayson might be an all-star on that team.
Yeah, but I don't think so. But Grayson will take out an all-star on that team. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Rare actually joked. Rare Monkey Matt joked. I wonder what brought that question up. Yeah, it's. I think the Wolves game was on mine there. But also, Rare asks, why haven't we seen as much empty corner this year when it was one of the main offensive weapons they used in the playoffs last year? And I obviously
you answered your own question.
I obviously know a lot about empty corner and everything. But Rohan, if there's any listeners who don't know as much about empty corner, you might want to just explain it like I'm a Bucks podcaster. Explain empty. I mean, explain like I'm a listener, a Bucks podcast listener. Explain the empty corner to me. I mean, to the listeners.
So empty. When Matt refers to empty corner, he's talking about where you clear out one side of the floor and you run a pick and roll, like a ball screen action, where the screener is parallel to the baseline, but you're on one, like either corner per se, like left corner, right corner, and you just clear out that side. So you have an empty side. So basically, if Giannis is the screener in the situation, Chris is the ball handler. That's what Matt's referring to. We saw a lot of Giannis, Chris pick and roll empty corner. We even saw it with Pat a few times, which was fun. It's usually like there's a few actions before in the set to really clear out the side. So the benefit, like what's good about that set is that you can't have like a double on the ball screen, like on the screener, because on the other side of the screener is the baseline. It's the out of bounds line. So there's obviously not going to be a defender there. So you can clear out a side and give the screener more space to have an explosive role, which is where Giannis thrives. So, when Matt asks, why haven't we seen that much this year when it was one of the main offensive weapons they used in the playoffs last year? I say you answered your own question because they used it in the playoffs last year. They're not going to just go through strenuous sets just in the regular season. Like they know it's there. They know they can use it whenever they want. So they're just going to save it for when the games really matter.
Yeah, I agree with that. And also, it's just been such a weird year and an uncertain year in general. But I think that's likely the case, is that they're saving more of it at least for the playoffs, which is probably not the worst idea, but would like to see a little bit more. But we know the Bucks love their free-flowing, loose offense, especially in the regular season, to keep everyone bought and locked in as we get to the playoffs.
For sure. Our next question here is from Pav, who says, who do you see us getting with our first rounder this upcoming year? Ty, explain this one to me like I know anything about the draft.
Well, I can't. I don't know a ton about the draft either.
I heard Chet Holmgren's pretty good.
Yeah,
I heard Jabari Smith is pretty good.
If Chet or Jabari fall to the wherever
Paolo.
the Bucks are slated to pick, like 24 right now, 25,
like
25 right now. Yeah, if Chet falls to 25, I think the Bucks would be, probably making the right move to go ahead and pick him up there.
The Thon Maker.
At 25, Thon would have been a pretty damn good pick. At 10, less so. Although it wasn't a great draft anyway. They could take Milwaukee kid Pat Baldwin Jr., who's just kind of a question mark. I'd be a little surprised if they did take him. Nikola Jovic should go around here. If he goes to the Nuggets, it's going to confuse everyone forever. It's literally Nikola Jokic, but with a V for the K. And also a much different player. I guess he's more of a wing than a big. He's got a lot of assists. The offense is a little But if he's an interesting, like, kind of home run swing player. I don't think the Bucks would take him.
What position do you want the Bucks to draft?
Everyone wants a center, and I kind of get it.
I want a guard.
I think I want a center.
Give me a ball handler.
We got Javon.
That's true, but like Javon's not going to be there forever.
No, yeah, hopefully even more than this year. We don't know yet. And he's not, a pick and roll or whatever. He's not George Hill.
Give me someone who can run an offense. I'm mainly talking about a George Hill replacement.
I think I get why so many people... Give me
someone who can handle the ball and do things with the ball.
I get why so many people want a center because we saw what not having one does for a lot of this year, and Brooke is not getting any younger. I get that. I think the Bucks are at a place, though, where they can just comfortably go for best player available if they actually... Like, this team could use everything. I mean, even the wing is their most stocked position. But Pat Connaughton's hitting free agency. Wes Matthews is old. Chris is Chris. But outside of that, I mean, Giannis, I guess you could call a 4 or 5 if you want to consider him a wing. He's not really, but if you want to say that, still, there's not a ton of wings. So you could use basically every position, realistically.
I want a ball handler.
I would prefer a ball handler or a guard.
Yeah.
Or a big, excuse me. Yeah. Or a big.
Just give me someone who, if you put the ball in their hands, you can feel comfortable with. Christian
Koloko is a huge center from Arizona. I find kind of interesting.
Oh, yeah. I was watching the Arizona game yesterday.
7'1" interior finisher. Shot blocker. He's pretty raw, even though he's 22, but could be an interesting guy in the Bucks ecosystem. It's just like a big rebounder and defender.
Okay. Yeah, we clearly know a lot about this. So that's why I said let's just say position we want to take.
Yeah. Or Chet. I mean, I'll take Chet.
Yeah. Or Paolo or Jabari.
EJ Liddell is being mocked to the Bucks by a couple sources right now. I'm kind of out on him.
I can't say. He plays for Ohio State, right?
Yeah, he's a 6'7" power forward.
Interesting.
I'm not sure I see the vision there with the Bucks.
Yeah, when's he gonna play?
He started to shoot threes. He scored a lot. It's okay passer, but kind of a 1-to-1 assist turnover. I just don't get that excited about 6'7" power forwards.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, college is a different animal, but
give me a ball handler, or I'll say this: give me an athlete. Give me just a straight up and down guy.
That'd be fun.
Like, obviously not someone like, they're not going to get a guy like Kuminga, obviously.
Yeah.
But just someone who has burst. Give me someone who has burst. This team is so old, man. Yeah. This team has no burst whatsoever. We see George Hill go for a dunk, and George Hill's like 36, man. And he's the one showing the most burst.
It would be fun to have,
aside from Giannis, obviously.
Imagine like if they had like a random 6'3" guard who could just poster people. That would be super fun.
Give me Jared Bayless.
That's like not that much burst.
I just remember him throwing down an oop once, and I was like, oh my God.
I'm surprised we haven't seen him in the league in so long. I mean, now I'm sure it's too late, but I think he had some injury problems, but I felt like he was pretty damn good as a backup.
He was in the Sixers a few seasons ago, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think that might have been his last stint.
Yeah, but give me a ball handler. Give me someone who can jump on a basketball court, not just combine stats.
We're just gonna move on. Tommy EBS, if you were Bud, what would you try to do to fix the third quarter?
Stop whatever he's currently doing. Do the opposite of whatever he's doing right now.
I'm currently reading, I think, Blood in the Garden. Is that what Chris Herring's book is called?
Yes.
And Pat Riley just used to put money on stuff. Maybe you should put money on it somehow. Like,
say, hey, I bet you won't go out there and score 15 points in the quarter, Chris.
It would be so tough to figure out how to do this for a whole team, but I don't know. Like every turnover, you can't just take money away is the problem. But
you put it into a pool, and then whoever has the least turnovers the entire season gets it
in third quarters.
Yeah,
Yorgos Kalaitzakis pulls away with $20,000 because he never plays
per 36.
It's interesting. No, I think
Or per 100 possessions.
Per 100 possessions. Realistically, I don't know what you do. Because I don't know if it's that. I mean, I guess you could try to tighten up lineups in the third quarter. I think that is.
We don't know what he's currently doing.
Well, from what we do see, I do think we do see some loosey-goosey lineups in the third. So maybe just go a little bit harder in terms of minutes in third quarters and then hopefully try and play to take fourth quarters off. But that's risky because then you end up having to play guys less in the fourth quarter because we're not going to go full Raptors and play the Stars 44 minutes in
Nick Nurse
March.
is a maniac.
War criminal. With a terrible brand, but I'm not really sure. I wish I had a great answer, Tommy, but I honestly, I think, maybe just work on staggering better because we do see some pretty damn grungy lineups head out there.
That's a good one. I like the betting one personally.
Yeah, I think let's put some money down.
Yeah, just have an assistant, like one of the assistant coaches, like per 3 players or whatever, and just say like, hey. Like each of them come up with like a bet for the third quarter for that group of players. Like, hey, pulls them aside. Hey, Chris.
Yeah, no,
that's you're not going to score 10 points.
Yeah, exactly. That's that's actually the answer. Is just grabbing No, do it in front of the whole team. Don't pull guys aside. Every third quarter, there's a bet.
No. You got to pull them aside because you don't want everyone else to know what each other's are.
No, but there's just one. There's just one. Make it a team thing, but the guy gets paid. Or maybe it's not money. Maybe it's like, hey, guess what? No shoot around tomorrow if Drew puts up 5 points, 5 assists in this quarter. And then Drew's just out there hooping. You think it's got to be money?
I think it's got to be money. They don't do shoot arounds anyway.
That's fair point. Fair point. Bud gets everyone a brand new puzzle.
Practice.
Yeah, maybe they could practice.
Goodness. Yeah.
Bud gets everyone a brand new puzzle if Drew puts up 7 points and 4 rebounds or 4 assists in the quarter.
Yeah, you have to get a sponsor for it, like get Nike to sponsor it. Everyone gets a free pair of Kobe's or something.
Yeah, but then there's like I was gonna say there's like brand conflicts.
No, but you don't do it publicly.
Well, also I'm not sure that many guys on the Bucks have exclusive shoe deals.
I mean, most players do.
Could you tell me without looking who anybody besides Giannis has? I could not. I could not tell you like if I'm pretty
sure Chris is a Nike guy.
That would make sense. It would make sense if they all were, but like I don't know for sure. I mean, obviously they're not going to have signature shoes.
Brooks a Nike guy.
Are they all just Nike guys?
I think they're mostly Nike guys.
Is that just the league at this point?
No, I think Sterling Brown was an Adidas guy. I could be wrong on that.
Interesting. I mean, I guess it makes sense if they're Nike guys because they get so many Giannis's. They get so many freak zooms and everything.
Oh, no, Sterling was a Puma guy. That's why.
Oh, yeah. I never know. I never noticed.
DeMarcus was a Puma guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But some of the guys, I think, usually wear one, but they're not exclusive. I'm not saying that's the case for those guys.
A lot of players do have exclusive deals, but they're just not. They're so small.
Yeah.
So you're not going to see guys unless they're like notable players and they're free agents switch shoes around.
But then there's like PJ Tucker, who is like an everything guy.
Yeah, PJ is a PJ.
Yeah, one of one.
Miss you, PJ.
Yeah. Okay.
I miss you a lot.
Okay, let's we're not putting on Marvin's room. Got a plan, Stan asks, are the Celtics a legit threat in the East? And if so, to every team, including us, or just some / all others?
I think they're a threat in general.
Yeah, I mean...
I think they're really good.
I think they're good.
I think they have the potential to be really good.
Give me a historical comp for what you mean when you say they're really good.
DeMar Raptors?
Oh, that's... Okay. That's almost like lowballing. I feel like the Bulls this year are the DeMar Raptors.
Nah, that's not giving the DeMar Raptors enough credit.
Is it?
The DeMar Raptors they were good. They just got steamrolled by LeBron.
Well, who else was there at that time in the East?
There wasn't really much.
Yeah, it was no offense, the Bud Hawks and the Wizards and the Celtics, the different Celtics.
Yeah.
I mean, if LeBron was going to steamroll everyone because those teams were all kind of just not as good. I think right now the East is more stacked, even with the Nets kind of imploded. I think the Celtics could be... I'm struggling with my own thing here. I think they are damn good. And I think it takes everyone so long to realize it. But their defense is so reliable. Their offense still stagnates, and I think that's probably going to end up doing them in. Just because Tatum just still, even now, has these fits and spurts. I think he's just one of those guys. And that's going to be why he's usually closer to 10 than 1 in terms of top 10. But I think they're a threat to everyone. I think the Bucks would beat them in any series, but I think the Celtics would make it a tough series.
Yeah, I think they're a tough opponent. They're tough out no matter who it is.
Who would you favor against the Celtics in the East?
Would I favor against the Celtics?
Yeah, like in a series.
The Bucks, the Sixers?
I think so, probably. I don't know. That's a little scary.
I'd put the Sixers.
That's a really bad Harden series.
That's a toss up.
That's a really bad Harden series because they switch everything.
Oh, it's a playoffs?
Well, yes, but especially the Celtics.
That's true.
The way they defend, like the late game lineups, it's going to be tough for Harden.
That's true. I mean, it's tough for Harden in general right now.
Yeah, remember when everyone was, the Sixers just going to steamroll their way, and they can't win games right now because Harden stinks now.
It's who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Still made All-Star over Drew Holiday.
No one won that trade. Won that trade.
Yeah, I mean, Ben Simmons now has a herniated disc.
Yeah. And
they're trying to rush him back. If I'm Ben Simmons, I'm not showing up again. I think now he has a much better reason to not show up. I am not letting the Nets both scapegoat the hell out of me and potentially mess up my back going forward.
What an awful situation, just in general.
What two awful situations?
Yeah.
I'm still not even that sympathetic to him, but this is like I did think that there was a real injury playing into this at some point when he got moved. Well, early on, it was hard to tell. But now, like since the reports have come out, and now I'd be worried about overexert. There's a lot of these guys. Like we thought this was going to be the Brook thing, but like Kawhi and Paul George, Jamal Murray and Michael Porter, Ben Simmons, like we're getting to the point where it's like too far gone. James Wiseman, Lonzo Ball just got his pushed back
might
again.
Get shut down.
Like I'm always worried.
Jonathan Isaac.
No one cares. I'm always worried. Oh, I hope they can get Jonathan Isaac back in time to lose Game 82 on purpose. But I'm always worried about.
Okay. He's trusting his own science. You
know? He did the research. I'm just always worried though because I just think we've seen these situations too many times where a guy rushes back like this, and it doesn't end well some of these times.
Yeah, it's just the human body is a fragile thing.
It's easy to forget that KD was out and then came back, and then that's when the horrible injury happened in 2019.
Yeah.
Those are dangerous situations. Clay's was a freak
Davis
accident.
In the playoffs.
Yeah. Anthony Davis all the time, but especially Anthony Davis last playoffs.
I shouldn't laugh at that. But.
Okay, next question.
This one's a fun one.
Oh, wait, we didn't finish answering, but it's probably, would you favor anyone besides Bucks or Sixers against the Celtics?
No. Otherwise, it's just a toss-up. Like, I think they're a toss-up against the Heat. I think they're favored against the Bulls.
I think the Nets would probably beat them.
Would they?
Yeah, because
I can't make any predictions on that.
Yeah, I know it's super tough, but I just think like the Kyrie not playing potentially a lot of the games matters a lot, but like when you have the isolation scorers on the level of those guys, does it matter if you switch? They're cooking everyone.
Yeah.
So
that's a defense where you need to load up.
Yeah. So that's why I think the switching, their excellence at switching matters a little less, but I don't know. I think it would not be easy for the Nets like it was last year. That's for sure.
No, it would not. It would not be easy. But now, yeah. Ty, what's the next question? Or is it my turn?
It's your turn.
I don't know.
I did 2 in a row. I'm putting an OT here. Yeah.
I mean, we're just reading. We're both answering questions here. This one's from Pal. It says, already, if the playoffs started today, could you run through round by round until there's a champion? The catch, it's a battle royale between mascots or team names. For example, in the West right now, the 4-5 is a fight between some sort of battle-ready jazz music and a team of Maverick horses. Not a pick your favorite, but a fight like bear versus gorilla. Okay.
All right, let's do it. I've got the bracket up. We'll start with play-in. So Should we do West or East first?
Let's do West.
Pelicans versus Lakers.
What's a Laker?
Doesn't exist, so Pelicans.
Well, it's like the ships, right?
I don't think. No, that's Clippers.
Oh yeah, duh.
I don't know what a Laker is.
What
Is it a guy?
Lake.
Is it a guy around lake? There's no lakes in LA, so I'm definitely
because they're from Minnesota.
Exactly. I'm leaning Pelicans.
I'm leaning Pelicans
because Pelicans are real.
Bro, the Pelicans might win that game straight up.
Yeah, they also could do that. Well, hold on, I'm going to Google Lakers nickname origin. Yeah, it's just because Minnesota has a lot of lakes.
Pelicans actually, they eat things from the lake, so I think they're being the lake.
It's home court advantage for them.
Yeah.
So yeah, Pelicans.
Okay.
And then the other play-in is Nuggets Clippers.
So gold versus ships.
Ship.
Yeah, I think the ship wins.
I think
but the gold is worth more.
Yeah, but it's a fight.
Yeah, that's true. Gold can be pretty malleable.
Yeah, and it could be heavy. It could sink the ship, but we know that ships can carry gold. We've seen it.
We do. It's ships.
We've seen it. It's ships. So then ships, Pelicans.
Oh, ships, Lakers. Ships, Lakers.
No, we picked Pelicans.
Yeah, the Pelicans won.
They were the 9-10.
Oh, yeah, duh.
Yeah.
So
they're playing to lose. I mean, the 1 seed in the West is a juggernaut, but I'm saying ship over bird.
Yeah, I think the ships beat the bird.
Yeah, I mean it's
a big ship versus a bird.
It's a ship.
Yeah,
but it's tough for the ships because then they face off against the literal sun.
The sun wins.
Yeah, I mean we don't have to spend long on this.
Yeah, the sun wins.
A dying star in some senses, but still billions of years left. The ceiling, the window.
The pure energy is just insane.
We always say that the window closes before you know it, but this window is going to be open for quite a while still.
Like billions of years.
Billions of years. So we're going to go sun.
It'll tank too. It'll outlast it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, you could even argue it'll still be alive after it snuffs out and you die. So jazz music versus a horse.
I think the horse wins.
Yeah?
Yeah, the horse wins. Horses are tough, man.
How do you beat jazz music?
Let's say someone playing jazz music.
Probably a horse.
A horse wins 100%.
Probably. I mean, horses, like the leg goes and it's done, but I just don't think the jazz musician.
Have you seen a video of someone getting kicked by a horse?
It's bad. I know it's bad. It's bad. They probably did.
And that's just one. It's one kick.
Okay. All right, horse. Warriors versus Timberwolves. This is probably going to be the hardest one.
I'd lean Wolves.
I'm leaning Warrior.
Yeah, that's true.
Is it 1-on-1?
I think it's 1-on-1.
I'm going to lean Warrior.
Yeah, I think I might lean Warrior.
Even if it's like old school, like not with like guns or whatever. Like I think like a kid in Warrior should be able to beat one wolf.
Yeah.
And I would favor an army against a pack of wolves.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
So yeah. I think Warriors.
Yeah, Warrior wins that. So then what do we got next?
Grizzlies versus Ship.
I think the Bear wins.
Oh yeah, we did Pelican versus Ship for no reason. We didn't have to do that.
No, we should have done Pelican versus
Nugget. Yeah.
I think the Pelican still
wins. We're not Pelican wins. But Bear versus Ship.
Bear.
Oh wait.
Bears are aggressive.
No. It should be it's Ship. It's Ship. And yeah, the Sun would have beat whatever else too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's aggressive, but what is a bear doing about a boat?
What is a boat doing to a bear?
Hit it?
Someone has to drive the boat.
Well, I assume that comes with it.
I think the bear could just demolish the driver of the boat.
In history, have more bears died because of boats or boats died because of bears? It might be a draw. I don't
know if there's any statistics.
It might be a draw. It might be dead up 0-0.
I think the bear wins, man.
Oh man, I really think it's
the bear's boat. The bear's faster than a boat.
Heads or tails? I'm gonna flip a coin. I'm not buying it, but we cannot spend that much time on this.
I'll say tails.
You always gotta say tails. It's flipping. I'm on Google. Tails. So bear wins.
Bear wins.
Bear beats boat. Okay. So then it is the 1 seed against 4 or 5, right?
So it's the sun versus horses.
Horse loses.
Yeah, it's the sun, man.
It's anticlimactic, man. And then it's warrior versus bear.
I think. See, that one's tough. I think the bear wins.
I think bear. It's not tough.
Yeah.
Bear for sure.
Bear. So we've reached our Western Conference Finals, and it's bear versus sun, which is fittingly enough the 1-2.
Yeah. And actually, the seeding worked out pretty well. Ship was underrated.
Have we had any upsets?
Yes. Oh no. The Jazz. Of course, the Jazz.
Oh yeah.
The Jazz lost.
Jazz always lost.
If we flip Jazz and Ship, it would have been damn near perfect.
Yeah, so the sun versus a bear.
Still sun.
It's the sun.
Yeah, there's just no shot. I don't think there's any real. Well, there's an interesting one we'll get to the East. Okay.
Yeah.
The East playing Hornets versus Hawks. I mean, pretty obviously Hawks.
Yeah, it's a Hawk.
I mean, a Hornet sting sucks, but I'd still favor a Hawk.
Yeah, for sure. So now we got a Velociraptor versus a net.
I think I'm going to go with the Dinosaur.
Yeah, I'll go with the Dino on that one.
Okay, so wait, let's see. Can we do this correctly this time?
Yes,
so the Dino advances to play the Bucks.
Yes.
And then
so the Hawk plays the net.
Hawk.
Yes, it's
I
the
think
Hawk.
Is net the worst overall? Is it lower than Jazz?
Yeah, because at least the Jazz is a person playing jazz music.
Yeah, net is just a net.
Yeah, it's just a net.
Even if a person throws it, you just get out of it. It's just
You're
a
not
net.
scared of a net.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so then we have.
Actually, could the net trap a dinosaur? Could you trap a dinosaur?
No, there's not even a net big enough.
Well, it depends on the size of the dinosaur.
Velociraptors are at least people-sized. I think a little
There's
bigger.
human-sized nets. Think about like fishing nets.
Yeah,
Those
but
things are
it's not a dinosaur catcher with a net. It's just a net. The Nets lose. I'm fading the Nets. I'm sorry. No.
Okay, so now we've got
This is where it gets complicated.
Heat versus
Hawk.
Hawk.
What is heat?
I don't know. Heat is an energy. It's thermal energy.
So their logo, it's kind of like it's like a very hot basketball. So it's a basketball on fire. So I guess it's the heat at which you spontaneously combust.
Bro, that's like more powerful. Let's not say that.
No, I think that's it. That's it.
The heat in which you spontaneously combust?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's heat.
Well, the ball didn't spontaneously combust in the logo if you're basing it off that.
Isn't that what? Doesn't spontaneous combust mean just on fire? Or is that a different thing?
I mean, like it could be, but it could also mean other. Like if you want to go like specific heat route, it'd be different.
It's 451 degrees Fahrenheit.
What is?
That's the heat. That's the temperature with a book will light on fire. That's why Fahrenheit 451 is called that.
Fun facts with Ty.
Or what? I mean, what? How do you want to define it? We need a definition.
Let's just say you put it on a stove.
That's still pretty good.
It's heat. Like let's say versus let's call them a stove.
I think I'm gonna take the stove over the Hawk.
You don't think yeah.
What is even if the stove is off, I think I'm gonna take the Hawk. What is a Hawk gonna do to a stove? Get its beak stuck in it? I'm gonna take the Hawk.
Pick it apart.
I don't think it really could. Maybe to some extent.
Okay, so now we've got let's pick heat.
Yeah, we'll take heat.
So now it's Bucks versus Velociraptor.
Sorry, Bucks.
Yeah, sorry.
I mean,
it's got to be the Raptors.
It's literally a dinosaur. Like, I don't know what you want from us.
Like deer are not jacked, man.
No, well, they are.
They're not.
They are.
They're not predators.
Yeah, they're not going to take down a dinosaur.
Nah, it's a dinosaur. Okay, now we've got Celtics versus Bulls. I'm just going to pick Bulls.
Bulls. A leprechaun. A leprechaun is getting absolutely rolled by a bull.
Yeah. Does it have magical powers?
I mean, probably to some extent, but I don't think enough to take down a bull. Yeah, I mean,
bulls are big.
Yeah, I'm easily going bull.
Okay, now we've got probably the most ambiguous matchup here.
It's Ben Franklin.
Ben Franklin.
They put them on their jerseys. The name comes from the guys who signed the Declaration. You could do John Hancock, I guess.
Okay, let's go. Ben Franklin. What's a Cavalier?
It's like a Three Musketeers. Kind of like those guys, like with the rapier.
I'm taking the Cavalier.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they come with a weapon.
I think Ben Franklin's getting faded.
What is Ben Franklin gonna use lightning?
Bro, Ben Franklin, he's not a powered individual. Just because
he's got a key and a kite on him, he throws the key at the guy and gets the kite up.
What?
Ben Franklin has better vision.
Ben Franklin uses lightning.
He invented the bifocals. He's got a vision advantage over the guy.
They're not like the X-Men or something.
No, just Ben. The rest of them are just racist, but Ben Franklin has a lot of tools at his disposal.
He's got mutant powers.
No, it's all science. It's all science. He's got the
powers of Zeus, plus he's got the heat vision and stuff. He moves the bifocals and you just...
Ben Franklin is actually every X-Man put together, and that's beautiful. Ben Franklin also invented adamantium claws. People forget that, so he's also Wolverine.
Oh my goodness!
We'll take the Cavaliers.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ben. I believe in Ben Franklin, but we'll take the Cavaliers. Okay, so now we have heat, a stove, versus a bull.
A bull. I'm taking the bull.
It's so tough. I guess I'll just take the bull.
Bull versus stove. I'm taking a bull.
Yeah, the bull could take out the stove pretty easily.
Yeah. We're calling it a stove.
I know. And then this is kind of interesting. A Cavalier or a Velociraptor. So I think we have to Google how big is a Velociraptor.
I think regardless of how big they are, I'm still taking the Dinosaur.
But I don't think they're that big.
They're pretty decently sized. You just said they're human size 2 minutes ago.
Yeah. How long is 1.8 meters?
I don't know.
How much is 7 kilograms? Wait, what? This can't be right.
7 kilograms?
Oh, this says it's the size of a person squatting down.
I'm still haven't you seen Jurassic Park?
They said they were 15 pounds.
What? Velociraptor. I just Googled how big is a Velociraptor. It says 100 pounds.
That's still pretty small. It says no
aggressive.
No more than 100. So is a guy with a sword.
I'm still taking the Dinosaur.
I don't know. Oh, here, this.
I think a dinosaur would destroy
Let's let this article, not all of them, let's let this article decide it. It's the scary truth about Velociraptors.
Okay.
Oh, it looks like a really long read. I don't know if this is worth it. They're only half a meter tall. They have some pretty scary teeth and claws.
Shout out to all the short kings out there.
The Velociraptor's apparently among you. Yeah, the ones in Jurassic Park are twice the size.
What? So they lied to me?
Yeah, they were half that size.
Wow. Chris Pratt was dinosaur training fake Velociraptor?
Yeah.
I thought they were real.
They would have been half that size, it looks like.
I thought they made that. I thought that was a live, the practical effects because they got actual dinosaurs.
Do you think you would have been able to survive in the dinosaur era?
Oh, not a chance.
Well, our ancestors did. Mammals did.
Oh, I thought you were just saying
What?
I thought you were saying humans did.
No, but I mean the people who are the things I guess that evolved in little muskrats and stuff.
Yeah, they did because they were so small that they didn't matter.
I think I could have gotten by. R.I.P. to your TRex, but I'm different.
What would you have done, Ty? How would you have gotten by?
I think a lot of things about my life would be the same.
What do you mean? It'd still be a podcast?
Yeah, I'm podcasting. That's why. That's how I get by. It's I'm a dinosaur conspirator. So I'm covering stuff that's important to them. I'm not.
How are you covering it? How? How? To whom?
I stand on top of a rock and I'm just talking. I figured out their language.
So you're baiting yourself out.
No. They know me.
They know you.
They know me. Because I'm talking. I'm saying I'm
How
talking.
do they understand you?
I learned it. Let's move on.
Why don't you go do that to like a different animal right now? See how it works.
I think my dog Sophie, I feel like I have done that. But I taught her English. Maybe I'd teach the dinosaurs English.
Oh.
I was able to do it with my 5-pound Maltese. So I feel like you put me in front of a T-Rex for long enough.
I can't.
All right, so we're taking the dinosaurs. Now it's dinosaur versus bull. But small dinosaur.
I'm taking the bull.
The bull is twice the size.
I'm taking the bull. Those things are tanks.
I'm just going to say yes so we can move on because we know who's winning the finals.
Yeah, we do.
So it doesn't matter?
So the conference finals in the East are bull. Oh, wait, we just did that.
That was it. So the bull beats the tiny dino.
So now we've got sun versus bull.
Sun wins.
It's the sun.
It's the most overpowered. The only way, even if the heat was the heat from the sun, it still would lose to the sun itself.
Exactly. It's an aspect of the sun.
The sun is self-sustaining. There's no shot.
The sun wins no matter what.
There's nothing in the league that could ever hang with it, right? Like the non-playoff teams.
There currently isn't.
Well, the non-playoff teams, like a Wizard, Suns.
I don't know. It depends on the Wizard. Like Doctor Strange versus the Sun. I'd pick Doctor Strange.
No, I think if there was a Wizard that could kill the Sun, it would have happened by now.
How do you know it didn't?
Because it's still there.
What, you're also assuming Wizards are real time.
What? I guess that's a good point.
wait. Hold up. So you just said if the Wizards could destroy the sun, why is the sun still there? You said that.
Also in media, I mean, we haven't really seen it destroyed in media either. We've seen the moon destroyed a couple times.
I'm not getting past the fact that you thought.
All right, well, the Knicks lose to the Sun.
Every team loses to
what
the Sun.
about
Maybe
Magic itself? So this is it's the same.
Wins.
It's the same argument as Wizard.
I think Magic beats Wizard.
But we said the opposite. Sun versus Heat, we said the opposite. It depends on your view of Magic.
Oh, I think like a Wizard is a conduit.
Yeah, a Wizard harnesses magic. It doesn't create magic. I agree with that. I agree with that.
So I think Magic beats Wizard. Does Magic beat Sun? I think Magic might be the most.
I think Sun
suck
wins.
As a franchise.
I think Sun wins.
You think Sun?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think
Sun is washing Spurs.
I think Magic beats Science though.
Trailblazer is just
it's a state of mind.
That politician. Everyone. Oh no, that was Maverick. Everyone called her a Maverick. Never mind. The Kings, no shot. They're just people. Thunder, I mean, pretty cool, but obviously not hanging with the Sun.
No.
What would happen if Thunder? Oh no, Thunder's a sound. Thunder's doing nothing. I got confused with lightning for a second. Thunder is.
Yeah, Ben Franklin's pulled up.
He's watching me. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Ben Franklin is the X-Men all in one.
Houston Rockets would have a good chance against a lot of opponents, but not the Sun.
No, not even against Magic.
That's just like that's a whole. We could do a whole.
I think Magic's the 2. I think Magic's the 1 seed.
The other 1 seed. Or you think even above Sun?
No, overall.
I'm taking Sun over Magic.
Let us know which wins, Magic or Sun.
We'll do a poll. We'll do a poll tomorrow, but I think no shot. Anything. No shot.
Yeah, I think it's Magic. That was a long time on one question.
Yeah, thanks for the question, pal. I'm glad we did it right. And honestly, we uncovered a lot about ourselves, mostly me, in the process. Next question.
Dan thinks he could hang with dinosaurs.
Not in a fight. I just think I would get by. Bet on me. James Ontario says, I don't take analysts and outside media serious, but don't you guys agree we're not dodging any team in the East, whether it be Celtics, Toronto, or Nets, because us not playing Giannis Saturday had Heat fanboys thinking we were dodging by sitting one All-Star? He has 2 questions. That's the first one. No, I don't think the Bucks are dodging anyone.
No. We saw it last season with the Heat.
Even if they should, I don't think they are. I mean, honestly, It doesn't matter. The Celtics are poised to take 2. They're going to be in 2 after tonight as we record this, if they beat the Thunder. They're a half game behind. Well, if the Sixers lose and they're sitting both Harden and Embiid against the Heat. But if the Sixers lose and the Celtics win, they're in 2. They have the tiebreaker with the Bucks already and head-to-head record. So that's honestly fine, though. Like, the Nets aren't getting 6. If the Bucks are 3 or 4, like, that's kind of solid. I don't think they're going for that, but I think that might just be the outcome anyway.
Yeah, I think it might be anyway. I don't think they're going to dodge anyone. The basketball gods usually frown upon that.
Sixers are going to get – Sixers have something coming, man.
Just ask the Clippers.
Yeah.
Just ask the Lob City Clippers.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that we're going to see more rest, but I think it's more about health than dodging anyone.
Exactly.
Especially because we just don't know how it's going to shake out yet. So it's not even.
It's everything's so close. You can't really plan for anything.
Yeah.
Even if you wanted to. James also asks, if Giannis gets another ring with the Bucks, is he cemented higher above KD if he knocks out the Nets first or second round? Or are there more barriers to being a top 20 player? Those are two separate things. I think Giannis is already a top 20 player.
He's at least top 25, and if he gets another ring, certainly top 20.
I don't think he's above KD if he gets another ring and beats KD. I think
might
KD's
be
still higher.
It's pretty damn close.
It's close.
To equal him in rings that early is pretty drastic. And to beat him head-to-head twice.
Exactly. I think he can take him over the rest of his career, but it's like at that point, I'd still say KD's higher. But I would say Giannis is on track.
Is there ever 2 guys next to each other in the bracket and one always won the head-to-head and has the same amount of rings but is lower? I guess Magic, somebody won there and Magic. They're flip-flopped a lot.
You could say, I don't know, you could say like Bill Russell.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, they don't put him that high anymore. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Wilt lost a lot.
Yeah, I don't think the head-to-head, especially since it's only 2, like it's not a rivalry. Yeah. And it's not even prime. It's not prime KD either.
I think it still is.
It's not peak KD.
Well,
though.
He shouldn't have wasted his time on Steph team in his prime.
Whatever. It happened.
I know.
But that's peak KD.
I think he's certainly on pace to be higher, much higher.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, he's on pace to be higher than everyone if he wins another one this year.
Exactly.
I mean, if Giannis has 2 rings by, was he 27? He turns 28 in December?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's not much else to say. So yeah, even if it's probably pretty close right now. KD probably has it just on like counting stats and other accolades. But I mean, Giannis would have more MVPs, as many rings.
It'll be close.
Well, yeah, I think Giannis will have the highest overall scoring season out of the 2 of them, right? KD's never scored 30 in a game, or scored 30 in a season, I don't think.
Yes, he has.
Is it 60 in a game? Is that the weird KD stat? Oh yeah, you're right. He led the league in scoring one year. It's 60 in a game.
He's led the league in scoring multiple times.
It's 60 in a game I was thinking of.
His highest that I can see right now is 32.
Yeah. I'm wrong. It's the in a game thing. He's scored 30 once and 32 once. So Giannis would not have the higher. But as many rings, closing in on All-Stars, closing in on All-NBA, although KD will keep pushing it for a while. More MVPs.
It'll be close.
Yeah, but probably still KD for now.
Yeah. Another question from Matt Rare Monkey says, "What holes does Brook fill that the Bucks have consistently been having issues with this year?"
Rebounding and interior defense, but I think rebounding.
I think rebounding is a big thing, which is
the
interesting.
I
was looking at his on-off data on cleaning the glass, and they're actually it's only like a 3% offensive rebounding difference with Brook on.
Well, the other end I would expect to be bigger.
Yeah, it's not showing me defensive rebounding.
Oh. I mean, I think even whatever the data says, I think you just watch and you can see the impact there that his boxing out has had. And I think interior defense too. I mean, it lets them play the way they want. I mean, the data through 4 games or whatever is what it is. But I think everything down low, especially on the defensive end. The issue right now is figuring out like his offense, which, it's a whole nother thing of integrating another guy. And obviously they played with him before, but like Grayson hasn't, and the team's a lot different now. They're going to have to figure that out a little bit better. I think they're going to have to work him into the post as he starts to feel better. But yeah, I think the defensive glass and defending the rim are the 2.
For sure. I think those are the 2 obvious answers.
All right. James Ontario got another question. He's looked through the Bucks championship run, look at best plays and unstoppable plays. Many involve Drew baseline drive, creating a double team from the player guarding him, person in the paint closest to him. When he's in the move, while a forward like Giannis, Brooke, or Bobby are cutting in, easy dunk. Nobody wants to go up to block. Then he asks, "What do you feel are your favorite plays the Bucks do that seem like why don't we do that more often?" That's a good one.
Yeah, the baseline drives creating doubles, that only really works if you have a guy who's sitting in the paint. I believe what pops to mind when you say that is just Phoenix. A lot of times it was against Phoenix because they would just sit DeAndre Ayton in the paint. Drew's defender would obviously try to guard his guy, which is Drew Holiday on drives, would collapse into Ayton. Ayton would turn, which results in the cutter being open for a dunk. And it's hard for Ayton to really turn around quick and contest a dunk. Which is why he got yammed on by Brook Lopez repeatedly.
Yeah.
And Giannis repeatedly. I'm not taking shots at DeAndre, by the way. I'm not trying to. He's a good player.
Robert Sarver got to Rohan. The PayPal hit.
If Robert Sarver's PayPal's hitting, I'm moving different. I'm buying that $800,000 watch. You see that? You see that tweet?
No.
I found a watch that I'm absolutely in love with, but the problem is it costs $800,000.
What's even the point of thinking about it then?
It looks beautiful.
Fair. I'm an Apple Watch guy, so I just don't. I have no.
I love mechanical watches.
And they're cool. I think they look cool and they're pretty sick, like the machinery. But I'm a utilitarian guy.
Yeah. No, I'm always going to wear a normal watch, but no, it's like. Getting back to the question, it depends. Yeah. It depends on really the defense, like the opposing defense, because like you mentioned, like they have a lot of different ways to attack different defensive schemes. Like if it's a switch heavy team, they can just punish switches. If it's a drop back center, we can do just double in the paint, like off drives, like was referenced in the question. I think it really, really depends on what the defense is geared up to stop.
I've got a fun one, just regardless. I think it used to be a big thing, and it's kind of fallen out of favor, but a small guard screening for Giannis. Such a nightmare. Such a nightmare for defenses to defend. I think they almost like overdid it with Forbes, but I'd like to see more of that. I think that's a good way to get Grayson more involved in games, just naturally without forcing it too much. But I think more screens where someone screens for Giannis. I also still kind of interested in like, have Brooks screen for Giannis and roll and just send 500 pounds of man right at the rim and just like stop it. I dare you to stop it. Probably more than 500 pounds.
No, it's like 550, 600, something like that. It's a lot.
Just roll 600 pounds of dude at the rim and just be like, stop it. We don't care about the spacing. Stop it. You're gonna you can't.
Yeah. Try and take a charge. I dare you.
Yeah. But I like the small screening for Giannis. They should do that more with Grayson.
There we go. Next question from Seeks1321. Do you have a favorite Pirtle starter player? My go-to is Siakam. See, with Wordle, I start with the same word every time.
I don't.
Oh, I always do.
I play the vibes. I play the vibes.
I usually I play vibes on Pirtle.
I think that's the way to go.
Yeah.
Oh,
I also forget to do it sometimes.
I forgot a lot over the last couple of days, I like doing it. We have a channel in the Discord just for sharing Pirtle and Wordle results that I like to participate in there. The Sixers are up without Embiid or Harden, and I think after the second quarter against the Heat right now, which is pretty fun. Nice. But yeah, also the 1 seed would be pretty fun for the Bucks if it goes that way. You wouldn't say no to that. But no, I don't have a favorite starter player. I switch it up. And I saw this and I kind of go by this, like kind of something pretty different than whatever it was the day before. Because unlike a 5-letter words, there's only so many players. So, and I haven't done it in the last couple of days. So I'm not purposefully spoiling. Maybe I am accidentally. But if it was like Royce O'Neal one day, I would do like Nikola Vucevic the next day. Switch it up. Yeah, but Pirtle is fun. I'm going to do it after the pod. I forgot to do it today.
Yeah, it's a good way to test, like, ooh, how do you know? It's a good test on divisions.
Yeah.
Like, my goodness.
And numbers. I'd never know numbers. It doesn't help me at all. Numbers.
I can't go anything based on that. I just do age, position, team.
Yeah. Yeah, I do a lot of division, and then the positions is tough though.
I never go silhouette.
No, you can't silhouette. I'd rather lose, and I have lost. Who did I get? I didn't guess a player, and I was so mad afterward. Shake Milton. I forgot Shake Milton existed. So I was doing like literally every other Sixer, and I don't know why. I was like, oh, it's got to be Maxey, and it wasn't Maxey, and I was like, who? I was like, Isaiah Joe. I don't think he's on that team. I knew it wasn't B-Ball Paul, but I put it in just because I had nothing, and then it popped up Shake Milton, and I was like, oh man.
Yeah, it's a tough. It's fun though. It's really fun.
It's a good game by Dunktown. And then last question from assistant producer Eugene. Eugene asks, how lucky are we to live in the same era as Giannis?
Very incredulously.
I like that it's just live in this, like we're not, be Bucks fans, just live in the same era as Giannis.
I think it's deeper in the sense like you get to experience it. You get to go through life with it.
Yeah.
Like it's a part of your life. You're not reminiscing about history. You're actively living through it.
Are we the best age to be Giannis fans?
I think so.
I think you could argue a lot of them though. I think younger, imagine like if you really grew up, I mean, I'm roughly the same age as Giannis. You're a little younger, but like if you were younger and all you knew was Giannis, that'd be pretty exciting. And if you're older, you can better. I mean, we obviously saw some terrible Bucks teams, but if you're older, you can really contextualize. Like I do think it's sick the people who saw the last time in 71 and 2021. I think that's pretty sick to actually have gone through the 50. I mean, it sucks they had to wait that long, but I think like seeing both is a pretty cool thing. So there's probably no right answer there. But yeah, it's incredible.
We're very lucky.
One of the coolest human stories of all time.
Exactly. Like
Top 500
you can't
easily.
You can't write anything better than that.
Yeah.
Top 500.
There's been a lot of pretty sick humans.
Oh, there are. No, for sure.
Rasputin,
Top 500 is pretty rare.
Rasputin, Jesus. Those are the first two I thought of. Like those are pretty good stories. I mean, you can't argue. You're losing it at Rasputin and Jesus. They're not similar, but they're just they're great stories.
How? If
you ever read an article or the Wikipedia about Rasputin, it's crazy.
All I'm saying is top 500 is elite.
It's pretty good.
A lot of people. There's been a lot of people.
I don't think I could name 500 better stories though.
No, I couldn't.
Like Moby Dick, no shot. Captain Ahab is not holding a candle to Giannis, nor is the whale.
I don't know how to respond to that. You've had some quotes this episode.
Yeah, this has been the mailbag pods are a different beast.
I don't like you broke my brain. I don't know what to say to that.
No, you know what? You know what it is? This is my second sparkling water of the day. I'm in a vibe. I'm in a whole vibe right now.
There you go. Not sponsored yet.
No, I didn't say the brand. YouTube viewers might have seen it. Yeah, not sponsored yet. But hit me up, Topo Chico. That's not even what I'm drinking. I just want free Topo Chico because it's expensive.
There we go. Yeah, that's all the questions. We made it through all the questions. Thank you to everyone who submitted some. Again, this was Discord exclusive. We went through up top how to get the link. I'm really fumbling the bag here.
It's all good.
Is there anything else we need to cover? Like any other last bits of tips and
I think we've got a review.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get a review in.
I think we've got a new Apple review. I believe if I said this one before, I'm sorry, but you get two. I think I did. I think I did say this one before. There's been a couple short and sweet ones, and I think this is one that I've already read. Great Bucks analysis. This show rocks. 5 stars. NDLC 20. I think we did hit that one last time.
I think that we did that last time.
I think we did. So you got two for the price of one. Yeah, thank you for the review. We also have the really nice one about a Win and Six listener who now listens to Gyro Step.
Oh, yeah.
They resubmitted to get it under their correct name, their other name. They didn't know where it came from. So thank you for the review, Hunter Y13. I'll properly credit that review.
Instead of Leela.
Yeah. The artist formerly known as Leela is now known as Hunter.
Thank you for that. If you do want your review read like we just did, leave one. That's the best way to do it. do that. You can also email it to gyrosteppod@gmail.com. But yeah, thank you for listening. Make sure you subscribe on your podcast platform of choice. Subscribe to the Substack. Subscribe to the YouTube, especially the YouTube. We already said that up top, but come on, what are you doing?
Got to
subscribe. Just do it right now, like right now, literally.
Nope.
Like you could have done it 5 times in the time I've been talking about it.
I think somewhere around there.
Even if you are like on your phone and it's just in the background, you had time to go get your phone right now and hit subscribe. But yeah, thank you in advance.
Yeah.
For subscribing and pod random, everyone. We'll talk to you next time.